What's up everyone, my name is Trevor and I am the Gaming Goomba. So, guess who made a joke about hyping up their expectations only to set themselves up for disappointment in their Nintendo E3 predictions video, only to end up doing just that? That's right, this guy. Today I'm going to be doing my big fat review of Nintendo's E3 Direct, but that is not an easy task to complete alone, so I asked my friend Adam from TimeLag Gaming to help me out.
Hello everyone, my name is Adam and welcome to TimeLag Gaming Goomba. My bad, thanks for having me on, Trevor.
It's a pleasure to have you, Adam, so let's jump right into what the show started off with, and that's the reveal of a new Smash Bros. Character, which I predicted correctly, might I add. This character reveal was kind of a letdown for me. There has been rumors floating around for a while now that the next DLC fighter would be a Dragon Quest character, and with Smash already stuffed to the brim with Fire Emblem characters, I was hoping to get someone that would appeal more to the Western audiences. However, we did get something to make up for that at the end of the Direct, which we will talk about later. So Adam, what are your thoughts on the second DLC character being revealed for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
I'm pretty much on the same boat as you, Trevor. I'm not a big fan of the series, but I'm happy that the fans of Dragon Quest finally have representation in Smash.
Next up, before the show started, we got an adorable segment of Doug Bowser being introduced as the new president of Nintendo of America. Doug Bowser seems like a really nice guy, and I'm sure after a few more appearances we will be ready to fully embrace him. While he is no Reginator, I can't wait to see what the future holds for Doug Bowser's tenure as president of Nintendo of America. Take it away, Adam.
I was happy to see them introduce Doug Bowser. I was hoping it was Reggie that would introduce him so we could get one final appearance of Reggie. However, I actually like how they did it. If they would have shown Reggie, then the focus would have been on Reggie when it should have been on Doug Bowser. The introduction they did could totally be considered cringy, but I appreciate that humor. Reggie had his many unique quirks, and I love that they're embracing Bowser's name pun.
Next up, we got a closer look at my most hyped game of E3, and that's Luigi's Mansion 3. Now, I just finished the original game on my 3DS, so it's still really fresh in my mind. I am so happy that it seems the mission-based structure of Dark Moon is gone, and the whole game takes place in one location like the first game. It does seem like some mechanics from Dark Moon have carried over, but they've also incorporated a lot of new mechanics that look really fun. Also, Luigi from Dark Moon is making a comeback to allow co-op play. Hopefully Nintendo learned from their backlash of Super Mario Maker 2 and will allow us to play co-op online with friends. My only real gripe is that we didn't get a release date yet. Now Adam, I know you haven't played a ton of Luigi's Mansion, so what's your take on it?
Luigi's Mansion 3 is looking amazing. I was interested in the game before the Direct, and I was going to give it a shot, but the E3 Direct and Treehouse Live showed me that this game is a must-buy. From the variety of environments, to the brand new game features, to the incredibly creative level designs, I am loving Luigi's Mansion 3.
Next, we got another look at a game that I honestly didn't think we'd see again until the Fall Direct, and that's the Link's Awakening remake. I have been completely on board with this game since I first laid eyes on it. The claymation graphic style is gorgeous, and I was happy to see the content from Link's Awakening DX is carrying over as well. At the end of the trailer, we got a look at what seems to be a dungeon maker. While it only allows you to use rooms that you have visited in previous dungeons, I'm hoping that this is paving the road towards an eventual Zelda maker. I was also pleasantly surprised to see a September 2019 release date. I'm currently playing through the original game on an original Game Boy. You can keep an eye out for that video coming closer to the release of the Switch game. How about you, Adam?
For Link's Awakening, we saw a huge focus on the new art style, and I love it even more now. The different angles between the overworld, dungeons, and 2D segments are very refreshing. The depth in the art style is also really clean. I think the new Dungeon Maker feature is awesome. The new amiibo also ties in with the Dungeon Maker to add traps. Link's Awakening and Luigi's Mansion 3 are my two most hyped games for 2019. I have so much to say on them, so I'll be doing two separate in-depth videos on each of these games on my channel, so look forward to that.
We will definitely be looking forward to those videos from you, Adam. Now, the next game that got shown in the Direct was the very anticipated game by Platinum Games, Astral Chain. A lot of Nintendo YouTubers seem to be really hyped about this game. While I can't say my hype levels are nearly as high as theirs, I'm always down for new IP from Platinum Games. The art style and world looks beautiful, and I'm just really excited to dig my teeth into a new single-player adventure as soon as August 30th.
For Astral Chain, we got lots of story and lore behind the game, and I'm actually really excited for it. The new trailer for the game looks amazing, and the gameplay we saw at the Treehouse Live is incredible. I can't wait to try this game out for myself.
Up next, we got another look at Daemon X Machina, which some of you might remember opened the show for Nintendo at last year's E3. I don't feel like I got a ton out of this trailer. I played the demo a few months back and had a really hard time getting into it. It has been slated for a September release, but I think I'll be waiting for a few reviews to trickle in before making the purchase. Any positive thoughts, Adam?
I'm not super into Daemon X Machina either, but it looks like an awesome mech game, and I'm definitely down to try it out. This is also releasing in September, which makes September a pretty packed month with Link's Awakening and Spyro as well.
September is definitely looking crazy.
Wait, I have something I need to get off my chest.
Alright, go right ahead.
One thing that threw many people off during the Direct was the Netflix game adaptation. I myself thought Netflix was going to come to Switch, but it was just a game. And this isn't the first Netflix-based game coming to Switch either, but still no Netflix on Switch. Maybe they'll drop it when the Stranger Things 3 game comes out on Switch on July 4th. That would be great marketing because it would get more people to sign up for Netflix and more people to buy the game and watch the show. But we'll just have to continue to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, it was definitely weird seeing the Netflix logo flashed all over this Direct without actually having the Netflix app on the Switch yet, but hopefully you're right and we'll get it sometime soon. But now, we have to talk about the most hyped game going into this Nintendo Direct, and that's the new Animal Crossing game, now titled Animal Crossing New Horizons. Oh boy, I'm sure this fan base absolutely exploded for this one. While the game looked great, it was unfortunately delayed to March of 2020. While it does stink for the big Animal Crossing fans, Nintendo came out and said they had to prioritize the health of their developers over the release date of the game. And props to Nintendo for doing that. As long as the wait has already been for you Animal Crossing nuts, I'm sure these next 9 months will absolutely fly by and the wait will be well worth it. Your thoughts, Adam?
The delay for Animal Crossing is interesting, but it looks super clean. The new crafting mechanics are great. It feels like a peaceful survival game, and I love that aspect. The addition of true co-op is also great. Other games like Mario Odyssey and Pokemon Let's Go have very shallow co-op because the other players can't really do much. But from what we've seen, the co-op looks great. You can even play with up to 4 players locally and 8 players online or wirelessly with different switches. I've never actually played Animal Crossing, but I can see myself getting sucked into this game.
Next up, we gotta look at the new Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I haven't played a Mario and Sonic game since the first one on the Wii. I'm sure the kids love these games, but it wasn't exactly something I wanted to see clogging up the Direct. I personally was hoping for a new Mario sports games. We are nearly 2.5 years into the lifespan of the Switch, and the only Mario sports games we have right now is Mario Tennis Aces, and it just felt like it was time. Maybe Adam has some more positive things to say about this game than I do.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympics looks very fun with interesting sports within it. There is kickboxing, skateboarding, surfing, soccer, sprinting with a possible 8-bit mode, rock climbing, boxing, horse riding, javelin throwing, swimming, football, fencing, canoeing, tennis, and gymnastics. I haven't played any of the other Mario and Sonic games, but these types of games are lots of fun. This would be a great game to play together with 4 people locally and online with up to 8 players. I'm also really digging the music. I think it's interesting to note that they made sure to show several times that the game is being published by Sega. Usually these games are developed by Sega and published by Nintendo. I wonder if this has implications for Sluggers and Strikers in the near future, since those games are much more in-depth sports games. It seems like they want to establish the difference between the dedicated Nintendo sports games and the more shallow party-style games in Mario and Sonic. I would rather have a new Strikers game, but having this Mario and Sonic game released this year in 2019 leaves room for Mario Strikers to make a comeback next year in 2020, just in time for the World Cup.
Next up, we saw a quick sizzle reel of games that are coming to the Nintendo Switch pretty soon. Games like Spyro Reignited Trilogy finally being announced for the system, Doom Eternal, Super Mario Maker 2, and New Super Lucky's Tale, which was an Xbox exclusive. I'm really excited to pick up all of these games. Some of these honestly should have been highlighted in their own segment. So Adam, I'm curious to hear what you thought of these games.
I'm also excited the Spyro Trilogy was confirmed for Switch. Now we did basically already know this, but it's great to have it confirmed. I haven't played Spyro since I was really young, and it's coming out on my birthday, so that's awesome. I'm also super excited for Doom Eternal, and they showed a quick trailer of it near the end. However, it said coming soon, not the actual release date, so there's a chance it might not be coming the same day as other platforms. I'm glad they didn't spend a lot of time on Mario Maker 2, since we just had a direct on it. Although, they did show it off at the Treehouse Live, which is when they announced that Mario Maker 2 will have an update to add online with friends. This is awesome, and now I'll be buying it. I might wait until the update comes out, or until I find a used copy though.
Yeah, I did write a script a couple days ago for a video covering the Mario Maker 2 online debacle, but it's looking like that video's not gonna happen. I'm gonna have to clean that up.
Well, while you're cleaning up that script, let's talk about the first of 2 big surprises at the end. First, we had another Smash character revealed, Banjo-Kazooie. I had never played Banjo-Kazooie, but I think it's awesome that Nintendo listened and put him in as a DLC fighter.
In my predictions video, I said Banjo-Kazooie is who I really wanted to see as the next Smash DLC character. I've honestly never played the games before either, but I just feel like they fit really well into the roster for Smash Bros. Ultimate. And and I'm really looking forward to giving them a try. I'm honestly just really glad it wasn't Minecraft Steve.
Nintendo loves ending their directs with a bang, and this one was no different. It was funny because right before the direct, somebody in the live stream asked if they think we'll see Breath of the Wild DLC. And I said no, it's more likely we'll get a full-on sequel set in the same world. And what do you know, we actually got that exact announcement. I got chills from watching that trailer. I hope they take a different approach to the game, and it appears they actually are. It was confirmed by the producer Eiji Aonuma that the game will be a little bit darker than Majora's Mask, and he teased us about Zelda being a playable character. These elements will surely mix things up, and I'm super excited for it. I'm also hoping we get a few more traditional elements reintroduced, like real dungeons. I think it's possible we could get the game next year in 2020, since they already have the game engine, and they've been working on it since they finished the DLC for the original game. But realistically, we're looking at 2021.
Alright guys, brace yourselves. I'm going to be the one Nintendo fan to say, I don't like how they ended this Nintendo Direct. Hear me out! My issue here is that we all knew Breath of the Wild was getting a sequel. That was not a surprise to me. The Zelda team spent so many years crafting the engine for Breath of the Wild. There was no way in hell they were only going to use it for one game. I wanted to see a game that we didn't know about that was coming out soon. The last time Nintendo announced a game without an official title or gameplay, we got Animal Crossing, which was delayed. And before that, we got Metroid Prime 4, and that was 2 years ago, and we still have zero clue when that game was coming out. I was just hoping Nintendo had learned not to announce games too early in development. I guess I have a hard time getting excited for a game that is years down the line. Overall, this was a really good direct. Personally, I was just hoping for more new game announcements rather than trailers for games we already knew about. But I'm sure we'll get those new game announcements that I'm craving in the fall direct. Overall thoughts for you, Adam?
In the end, looking back at everything, I think the E3 2019 Nintendo Direct was amazing. It always takes me a bit to process it all, but I do think it was great. Yes, there was a delay and we didn't get a release date for Luigi Mansion, but looking back at everything that was shown off, I definitely think that Nintendo won E3. And remember, we still have a few more directs throughout the rest of the year, so there's always more stuff coming soon. Thanks again to the Gaming Goomba. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to him and consider checking out my channel as well. Back to you, Trevor.
Thank you so much, Adam, for helping out with today's video. The link to his channel will be in the description below. He puts out some really good content, so please check him out. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.